One of the coolest installations I saw this year was Perpetuum by Random Studios. One of the things I love about looking at installation art is that I can get really clear distilled ideas that I can then extract and maybe even apply to furniture or interior design ideas. This rotating maze of translucent materials is located in the ADO building in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. The ADO space is sort of a fun house for creatives and entrepreneurs. It has an accelerator called Urban X, which is helping to incubate and develop different startups that are doing cool things for cities. And it has an exhibition space where they collaborate with up and coming artists for different shows and demonstrations. This piece in particular has really made me think about doing some sort of circular garden with a fire pit in the middle, maybe using a bunch of large concrete planters so you sort of work your way into the middle like a maze, and then you can sit around this really cool round fire pit. I got to see an exhibition of a bunch of lighting pieces by up and coming artists that installed their creations out in this urban courtyard. So not only does ADO have places for exhibitions, they also have workshops with CNC machines, woodworking tools, and stuff like that. So if you're an entrepreneur or artist looking for some new opportunities or institutions to collaborate with, be sure to check out the ADO space and Urban X. I'll put links to them in the description box below. This piece by Studio Besson uses a block of salt that slowly dissolves and corrodes the copper base. So over time, it'll totally transform the way this lighting piece looks. These alien egg pod looking things are made out of resin and melted pewter and have a really kind of creepy, futuristic feel. They were done by Amanda Richards Studio. And again, I'll put links to everything in the description box below. ADO is funded by Mini, which leads to my involvement. For the last year, I've been traveling all over the world with Mini, helping to promote the launch of the new all-electric Mini. I've been a fan of Mini for a long time. My dad drove one, and it's really cool to see that they're using clean electric technology, but still keeping the classic lines and proportions. We got to zip around Brooklyn in one of these all-new electric Minis, and it was a lot of fun, despite the cold, snowy weather. I'll put a link in the description where you can learn more about the all-electric Mini. Now I do a lot of branded content for my work, but this project was a little bit different than most. Mainly because the messaging was much more about innovation and technology while collaborating with other creative people rather than just sort of forcing the product down your throat. Even the signs in the ADO space are cool. This screen is, well, I guess it's not really even a screen. It's just a series of little mechanical tabs that act as pixels, but it's also interactive. So it can play these different messages or graphics, but when you walk in front of them, it's sort of like being in the Matrix, where it responds to your movements. And as someone with an architecture background, I like that they're thinking beyond the cars when thinking about their brand. A few months ago, they took me to Shanghai where I got to check out a mini living project that was under construction. This is going to be sort of like a hybrid between a hotel and a co-working space. And it's just a bunch of really cool experiments in design and how to create community with it. And of course, they also had this really awesome jellyfish tank. One of my favorite details in the space are these rotating doors that are also bookshelves. So this is how they connect the individual rooms where guests can stay with these communal common spaces. So I know you don't subscribe to this channel for travel vlogs, so forgive this video, but up next we're going to be featuring a couple of furniture builds that I also did while I was in New York. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more on any of these adventures, be sure to follow me on Instagram and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. Bye.